Recording.
Hello? Let's start. Turn it down. No? Okay, it makes me self-conscious. Whoa. Y'all need to go with your daddy. uh-uh. Yeah, go find daddy. Or where's Mamu? Go find Mamu. Great. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna talk while y'all eat so we can all get home at a good hour. Cause I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired. I know some of y'all have been at camp, so we are gonna get through just some logistical things. So then, hopefully tomorrow morning feels a little less scrambly, even though it will, because it's the first day, anyways. But we're gonna try and take the pressure off just a little bit, so we feel good about it. First of all, I'm so thankful that y'all are here and you've signed up and are, taking time out of your summer, your week. Maybe you just wrapped up the school year, like teaching or working or all that. And I can't express how thankful I am for our volunteers enough, because y'all make the biggest difference in anything that we do in ministry, especially kids ministry. I've had parents say that this is their kid's favorite VBS that they go to in the area, and I fully believe that that's because our people are the difference makers in the kids' experience and how they experience Jesus, and just the connections that they make. So even though VBS is crazy, and I think Wendy probably knows the number, but I think we're at 167 kids right now. It makes such a difference, and y'all are the reason that it makes such an impactful difference. So thank you for being here. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be something. So we are gonna walk through this sheet. If you don't have one, that's okay. I have extra copies, and you can get one. It's also gonna appear in your email at about 6:30, because that's when I scheduled for it to go out. So it will be there too. In case you didn't know, VBS is tomorrow. It starts at 9. It'll be here till at least 12:30 is when pickup is. But for tomorrow morning, this is just our morning schedule. If you volunteered with us last year, this is copy-paste from last year. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna all get here at 8. If you are bringing your babies and preschoolers, our nursery volunteers are gonna be there ready to receive them. At about, give them a few minutes to open their eyes and walk in that purple room. So at about 8:10, if you have preschoolers that are coming to hang out with us, they will be ready at 8:10. And then we are gonna meet in the sanctuary at 8:15. We have a couple of things that'll still need to get put up, like some pop-up tents. The rec boys are gonna be there to help with some of that, get water brought out to the rec field, things like that. But we are going to gather at 8:15 to just one final, these are some things we need to get done, and we're going to pray, and then all these kids are going to show up, and it's going to be awesome. So it'll just be a little earlier tomorrow morning. Hello, friend. And then Tuesday, and this is a typo, because we're not going to be here on Friday. You can totally show up on Friday, but I won't be here. I will be horizontal at this time on Friday. That should say Thursday. So Tuesday through Thursday, we will all arrive at 8:15. Hey, we will all arrive at 8:15 and do the same things. If there's anything that needs to get communicated those mornings, then we'll do that in the sanctuary. We'll pray. We'll get in our spots ready to receive kiddos. Hey, It's okay. Well, we're gonna make it, y'all. Okay, so again, I'm just following the same sheet that y'all got. There are 2 different schedules for this year. So if you got your name tag already, on the back of that schedule, on your name tag and on that sheet of paper, you will see that there's a Monday through Wednesday schedule, and then there is a Thursday schedule. Because on Thursday, we're gonna get real crazy. We're gonna have water day. And we have the company coming out with all these fun rentals. So on Thursday, when we have our little meeting, we're gonna print out small versions that fit in your name tag, so you'll have it for that day. So that is coming, but I didn't want to give it to y'all today, and then it's in the way of your schedule for the rest of the week, for the other days of the week. So we will get that on Thursday. If you look at your sheet of paper, the only thing that changes from our schedule is that everybody is going to go rec at the same time at the end of the day, because they're going to be soaked, and we don't want to bring them back into the main building or this building if they're soaking wet. So we are going to do water rec all together at the end of the day, except our preschool friends are going to be on the front lawn. They're not coming out for that adventure, because they will get squashed by some of our 5th graders. So that is a big schedule change for this year, but everything else is going to follow pretty much the same. And then if you notice in your time slots on your schedule, you go, oh, that's funky. Those are random numbers. All of our classes, rotations this year are 27 minutes, because there was a 15-minute gap that I saw on the schedule, and it was like, oh, hey, we can give everybody 3 extra minutes. So if you're like, man, this is wonky, it's 27-minute classes, rotations with a 5-minute kind of passing period for bathroom breaks and all that good stuff. But just, if you're a rotation leader, you're gonna set alarms on your phone, or if you're a group leader, if that helps, because I know it's wonky because it's not on I think it was on the hour and the half hour. It was on even numbers, or no, counts of 5. But so that is a little wonky. So keep on your toes. It'll change every rotation what time you need to leave and go somewhere. Yes. And with some of those, I know I'm talking about a lot of changes, y'all. I promise some of it's gonna feel familiar. Also on your table, and on the back of that sheet that you get to take home with you is this map. And we have just moved some things around this year because, like I said, we got 160-something kids showing up, and they needed some more space to do some of their rotations. So in the main building, the volunteer break room, it was typically in our green and orange classrooms on the kids' wings. That has moved to building C, which is our kind of like education building that's right here in front of us. And those are 2 extra classrooms that if our Bible study gang needs to like break up, because some of those groups, when we put them together for Bible study, is like 60 kids. And so if they need to split up for discussion time, they have extra space to do that. And so, like I said, that's moved our volunteer break room to building C. Our crafts this year, because that was in building C, is actually in the, whatever Will calls that room of this building, lobby, not this room, that one. Crafts is in here. And then our rec team is going to be on the field. They're going to be outside, and they're going to be sweating for Jesus. It's going to be great. And the weather is actually not too bad this year. It's not going to be 107 degrees. But they are going to be on the rec field, and kids are going to get on water day, obviously they're going to get soaked. Throughout the week, they're going to get a little sprinkled on to try to cool them off. We're going to have water, we're going to have tents. It's going to be fun, but it's summer, y'all, so just gonna brace the heat. Because I don't think we could fit 60 kids in here with dodgeballs like we did last year. So, any questions about where things are, changes before I know I was throwing a lot at you. Anything? Okay, cool. We are gonna all walk around together in a little bit because I really want us to be really intentional in praying over all of these kiddos that are gonna show up tomorrow. And so you'll see some of the things that I'm about to talk about when we get up and once we finish eating. But there is just some child safety stuff that we do every year. So if you've been here before, you're like, oh yeah, I knew that. But just as a refresh, all of our bathrooms, like the ones in this building and in the main building, are for children only. And that is obviously to protect our kids, but at the same time to protect our adults. So a kid could say something like, oh, there was an adult in the bathroom alone with me. Because we want to protect our kids and protect our volunteers so something doesn't, get misinterpreted or something, inappropriate happens while kids are here on our campus. And so you'll see those signs when you're walking around. They're already on the bathrooms. And our volunteer bathrooms are in the building B, which is our office building. And so everyone will be using that one, but it's kind of right in front of the snack break room. So when you're taking your snack break, the bathrooms are right there. So, and there is signage to remind you, like, oh yeah, my bathroom is in building B. And so, if you have a kiddo that needs to go to the bathroom, and let's say they need some assistance, like maybe some of our younger ones, they need something. I'm gonna be around, Wendy's gonna be around. Like there are adults that don't really have like a true oh, I'm here kind of spot. And so if you do have a kid that needs help with a bathroom thing, just kind of grab one of us or grab another adult that's in your group or something, just to make sure that they have eyes on you. If someone's like, oh, I need help with my pants buttoned or something like that. We just want to make sure that we're never one-on-one with a kid. But I know with we got kids that have just recently turned 6, that might be something hard with them, but we just want to make sure that we're not one-on-one with a child. And if we need to do something like that one-on-one, just ask an adult to step in to monitor that situation so we're all good and accountable. So you'll see those while we're walking around, but just as a refresher. And then I think the last big thing, I hope so, that seems like it. The last thing is since our groups are really big and we're wanting to maintain that intentionality in our Bible. Oh my gosh, the indigestion is real. I'm so sorry. We want to maintain some intentionality. In all of our rotations, but also I want y'all to be able to take a bathroom break. Go get a snack. That Ms. Cheryl and Ms. Joanne are so graciously, constantly serving to us. I just want to ask our group leaders if you will make sure that you are with your group during Bible study and crafts, because those are two rotations that one for Bible study, if there is a question that a kid has, I want us group leaders to be like, oh yeah, I was in the room, I heard Kelly say this, so I know what she was talking about, so I want our group leaders to stay in rotation during Bible study. And then with crafts, just because like I said, some of those groups are huge, just so the craft team has extra hands. So we are, making sure that they're getting their stuff done, and that goes smoothly. So those other rotation times, which I guess should be mission/snack, songs like worship and rec, feel free to take your snack, your break, all that stuff. Obviously, if you need to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom. We're all grown. Like, if you need to go, go. But if you could just make sure that if you're in Bible study and crafts, if you're a group leader. Yeah, and if you didn't find your name tag out there, there's a bright pink sheet of paper. Write your name on there, because I know some of y'all signed up a little later. And so we'll get you a name tag by tomorrow at some point. But if a t-shirt had your name on it, please wear that tomorrow. But then the rest of the week, if you're like, man, I'm not gonna be able to wash my shirt, like, it's okay. Like, let's wear them on Monday, and just make sure you have your name tag every day is the big thing. So when parents are here, they're like, oh, cool, this person knows what they're doing, and I can ask them a question. So just make sure you have your name tag. Yes, and then Thursday night is family night. It's gonna be here on our property from 6 to 8. We're gonna have dinner. The kids are gonna get to show off their dances to their parents. We're gonna have a gospel presentation. If any of y'all helped with Bible Club, helped Will and Blake with Bible Club, they did this cool science experiment looking thing to share the gospel. So that's gonna be really cool, because we could have, over 100 families here possibly that night. So I know we're like, man, we're tired, but I would love to have as many volunteers there as we can, because like I said, people are what make the difference, and that's definitely what makes the difference at Hope Church, and we want to be able to host those people and love on those people so we can, get them connected to Jesus. And if they're looking for a church home, we're like, hey, we're here, come hang out with us, we want you to be here. So that's the end of the week, y'all. Feels like a long way away, but there's gonna be lots of fun things that happen between now and then. But does anyone have any questions? I know it's a lot of information. No, we won't. Since we're doing it during VBS, they're gonna do all of their dances. We're gonna have a short thing in the sanctuary, and then it'll just be food and hanging out and yeah, but yeah, no water after that. We'll probably be watered out. Yes, yes. The water day thing, I forgot this part. Worship rally that day is going to be out here on the field, because like I said, we're not bringing them back into the building because it will be wet. And so we'll do pickup from the rec field, but we'll have signs and all that good stuff, and they'll line up. But we will do it from outside that day instead of inside. Yes, but good question. No more water after that. Anyone else?
You want to run through the pickup process just so?
Yes. Pickup this year is going to look a smidge different. Since we have so many people, and in an effort to try to streamline the people, but also keep it contained for safety purposes, because sometimes a kid would just wander off, or parents would just grab their kid, and we didn't know that, because they didn't have their pickup car, we didn't know, because they just grabbed their kid and left, which is cool, it's your kid, but we were panicking sometimes, and it was like, oh, I didn't know this person got picked up. Similar to years past, we will have those pickup cards that parents are going to get tomorrow. They have to have that. It's kind of like their check-in ticket, like we do on Sunday mornings and Wednesday nights. They have to have that to pick their kid up. But instead of how in the past, we've had them come into the sanctuary and line up against the wall and then come down the middle aisle, we're going to have them line up starting the middle double doors in the lobby, and they're going to kind of snake through our lobby and cafe area, and they will give us the card, and we will bring their kid to them, so then we can go, name tag, pickup card, they match, here's your kid. And so it's the first time doing it, so it's probably going to be a little funky tomorrow. But it's a way for us to keep, to make sure that kids are going home where they're supposed to be going home and not just disappearing. But like usual, if your kid is here and they're not a baby or a baby through preschool, they're going to get taken to the fellowship hall like normal for that pickup. But for our kids who do not have parents volunteering, that's going to be the process for that. It's like car pickup line, but there's no cars. If that helps you conceptualize the idea a little better. Yes. Thank you, Wendy, because that is a smidge different. Same process, card line, but just keeping them contained a little more. And we won't let parents go in the sanctuary for that same containment safety thing. Yes, because I don't want to lose a child. It's not really good for my reputation.
Well, last year, in years past, they called the students' names out.
Yeah, no, we're gonna call them. Yeah. So then if you're like Leah Bartlett, 2nd grade, they'll bring Leah Bartlett to the double doors, and that's where they were. Instead of a parent going to get them, we will bring them. Yes. Great. Awesome. Any other? Yes.
Volunteer kids, are they to go, I
To-
was on last year,
Mhm.
and are we responsible again, or are we gonna do that?
Sounds like a job for the interns. Not that intern. we will have some responsible people in there. That's a good, because I didn't know that was rec team, but I'll find some people. We'll put some people in there. Good stuff. We'll get some people there before tomorrow at pickup. Awesome. Any other questions?
Lanyard colors?
Oh yeah. Can you bring that to me? I didn't bring that up here. If you're a group leader, which if you're like, I don't know what I am, this is on your table if you're not sure where you are. All of our kids have name tags similar to y'all's, but some of their lanyards are different colors because they mean different things. So if they're green, it's just regular, nothing you need to know about. If they have a red lanyard, that means that they have an allergy or a specific medical need that we need to be aware of, and that is going to be listed on your roster. And then if they have a purple lanyard, that means that they cannot be in pictures. And so whether that is because they are in the foster system or mom and dad are like, oh, we don't want pictures because we don't want it on social media, whatever that, it's for a plethora of reasons, but that is a no picture. So if you're a group leader, just to make sure you are aware of that, but it's gonna be on here. And if you're a group leader and you wanna look at your roster, because like I said, some of these groups are large, y'all. And you want to look at that before you leave tonight. We have a bunch of copies of this, and I had a big old stack, and I lost it. It's in this building somewhere. Please take a look at that before you leave, so you can, if you're just curious about how many kids you have or who's in your group. Yes. I know I'm missing something else, Wendy. Yes. Any other questions, concerns? Things you're like, oh my gosh, we forgot this. Yes. It's in this building somewhere. It's a scavenger hunt. It looks like this. Wendy made them, and they're in here somewhere.
If you find them, you get a prize.
Honestly, yeah, you get to take.
Fajita.
Yeah, you get to take fajitas home. If you find this stack, they're out there somewhere, y'all. They're here. Yes, ma'am. Med is with Jennifer Dancer, and it will be, you'll see it when we go in there, where there's usually couch set up in the lobby. There's still couch seating set up, and that's where our med bag is, and so that's where that will be if you have some sort of medical need, will be in that first little alcove that's closest to the cafe in the main building. Good question. Yes, ma'am.
This is kind of a one-on-one question, but I'm afraid I'll forget,
Yes.
and I can't blame it on pregnancy, so.
I mean, stranger things have happened.
Anyway, are there snacks provided for those kids who have allergies? I did not think about getting something for that. Or they can bring their own.
I have talked to some people who said that they were going to bring their own, and then we'll look at that. We'll look at that.
I think we had a few things
Mhm.
2 years ago when I helped you.
We'll look at it before you leave. Yes. But I do know that there are some parents that were like, I'm just going to bring my own snack. And that's cool. That's cool. We'll handle that. Yeah. Any other questions?
I don't have a question, but
Yes.
I'm very appreciative of you and Wendy, Kara, the whole team, Mary, there's been so many that have given of their time and to make this a success. And I don't know if it's just me or not, but the decorations, I think they're probably the best we have had, but then every time I see them, I think they're the best. But I think they're over the top, and I think that makes such an impression when they walk into our building to see all that has been done. I just want to say thank you to everyone who has had a part.
Oh yeah. Yeah, when y'all see Kara tomorrow, y'all. She is a visionary, and then she, does our music and some of our creative things that you'll see happening on stage, because she just is so about it, and it really, it's a ministry for her to just really be able to hone in on VBS. So yeah, when y'all see her tomorrow, I'll make sure to tell her, because she put in a lot of prep work and thinking and all that good stuff. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm excited for y'all to see it. I mean, I know most of y'all are at church this morning, but we're gonna walk around here in a few minutes and get to see it. Any other questions? Yes.
Volunteer kids
Mhm.
name tags.
Mhm.
Are they still with the shirts?
No, they're in your office.
They're in my office.
Mhm.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Mhm.
so I'll set those out
Mhm.
in the back row like we did previously.
Yeah.
So they will not be with the registration kids.
Yeah.
They'll be in the back row.
Great. Yes.
Did you already mention what we're doing with the kids' name tags at the end of each day?
Yeah, whenever they have that pickup card, we'll grab the kid's name tag. So we'll verify both of them, and we'll at the double doors grab the kid's name tag and return them back to your area, your seating area in the sanctuary for that grade. Mhm. Yes, thank you. Yes, I think so. We're just gonna keep them. Just kidding. All right, any other questions? This is all good stuff, y'all.
Back to the name tag.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the week, do they take those with them?
Yes,
I don't
we
want
don't want that. Don't want that nasty, sweaty thing chewed on. Mm-mm. No, don't want it back. They're gross. They're gross by the end of the week. Oh, thank you. Excellent. All right. If there aren't any more questions, please find me before you leave, and I will hopefully try to handle it. But I want to pray for us in here. Oh dear. Yep. Yeah. That's some prime Uncle Mamu behavior right there. If y'all didn't know, Matthew's about to be our brother-in-law. That just happened a couple weeks ago, so that's fun for us. Don't know if it's nepotism. He's not married in yet, but he's here. But yes, and his name is now officially Mamu because that's what Andrew calls him because he can't say Matthew. So he'll answer to both. Anyways, okay, we're gonna pray and hear y'all, and then I really would love if y'all could take 15-20 minutes and walk our buildings, our rec field, and pray over these kids and the rest of our volunteers. y'all who are sitting next to each other and the people that couldn't be here tonight, I want us to pray about all the things that God is going to do on this property in the next 4 days. Because we saw 14 kids make decisions last summer, and that is awesome. And I am just so expected for God to move and impact these kids in lots of different ways. Maybe it's learning more about Jesus, maybe it's coming to know Jesus for the first time, maybe it's strengthening their walk with Jesus. But I just really want y'all to take a few minutes before you leave to walk all of our rooms and cover it in prayer so we can be ready to roll tomorrow morning. It's gonna be awesome. Great. All right. And if you have questions, I'll be here. I live here now. All right. Oh, Jesus, thank you so much that we get to do this, that we get to take time out of our summer, that we get to open these doors, that we get to bring kids in that are from our church, from the community, from other churches, and teach them that they can see who you are and know who you are in the biggest of things and the smallest of things. And that we get to do that as all by ourselves, but we also get to come together and praise who you are and what you've done for us all together. And I just pray for these volunteers. I am so thankful that we have so many people in our body that are willing to come and serve you in this way, Jesus. And I just pray that you give them peace and endurance and excitement and a servant's heart when you have a hard kid, and we can rejoice in all the moments that we get to when we are interacting with a child that you made. And I just pray that these next 4 days that we just look for all the ways that you're moving, maybe not just the obvious ones, but the ways that you're moving in our hearts as adults, and that this time is a blessing for us as well. We love you, Jesus, and we are so thankful that we get to be part of your ministry, and that you not only save us, but you bring us in, and we're a part of it, and we get to tell other people about how incredible your love is. Thank you, Jesus. I love you. Amen. 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 Awesome. Thank y'all for being here. If you have questions, I will answer them.